she told me that she lies, obviously. She told me that she had this big condo and whatever.
I remember hearing about
But
that.
but then she made me drop her off one time. This is before I even asked her to be my girlfriend, you know? And she made me drop her off at a motel. So I dropped her off at a motel, and I'm like, okay, it's a little strange, whatever. Then when I started dating her, I'm like, there's something off. And she always had a problem with me because I would always call her ex-boyfriend. Because I know her ex-boyfriend is gonna tell the truth about her because her ex-boyfriend is angry with the fact that I took her from him. So he would spill the beans, everything about her. And he's like, do you know that that we were living in a motel? Do you know that she left her own son for you?
Yeah, sounds about right.
And that's when one time I got her a flight to go see her son. I think it was some type of holiday. I was disgusted. I mean, she was fake sleeping. And I woke her up, I said, hey, your flight, you gotta go. And she wasn't trying to go.
She didn't want to go see her son.
She went to the airport. When she went to the airport, she comes back and tells me that she got kicked out from her flight. She started arguing with the flight attendant. Then when she comes back, I said, did you get another flight? She said, yeah. And then she tried to tell me that she's not gonna leave because I'm gonna cheat on her. I said, girl,
her priorities are so fucked up. Her
I
priorities.
said, that's what you're worried about?
Yes, that's all she cares about is what dudes think of her. That's
I said, girl, you better go see your son. Or I told her just like this: if you don't go see your son, I'm done. Right? So she said, okay, promise me you're not gonna cheat on me, and I'm gonna go see my son, and promise we're gonna go back to like being us. I said, okay. I said, I just need a little break, you know? She goes see her son. While she went to go see her son, the whole entire time I was planning on breaking up with her. Because I was so...
disgusted?
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah, that's not okay.
It was so awful. She came back with her car. She didn't come back with a flight. She didn't get a round trip. Her car was all the way in South Carolina where she lives at because she left her Jeep to her ex-boyfriend, Caleb, so she could take Caleb and the son that she has now, the older son, to South Carolina. And he was taking care of the son the whole entire time, right? I think the grandma would help and whatnot. But then she decided to bring her Jeep back to Florida, where I'm at. So then when she brought the Jeep back, she came to my house, and I went to go kiss her. And this is going to be funny. I know you guys are going to laugh, but she had a Cheeto crumb on the side of her lip.
She had a what?
A Cheeto crumb. She looked like she was so excited to come back to me. And I said, this is not it. I told her, you gotta go. Like, no cap, you gotta go. I'm off. Completely off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And then I told her that I want to break up. You know what this girl told me? She said, I'm not leaving. I said, are you serious? I called the police. When I called the police, this girl knows her laws. She squatted. She sent fake mail to the house. She had everything in order. The luggages, everything. You know what the cop told me? We can't do nothing. I said, you're joking, right? I literally sat with the cops and I tried to tell them they were on my side because they know what I was going through. But like, we can't do nothing. You're gonna have to go to court. So I started contacting lawyers, and lawyers told me it'll take 60 days to get her out of here.
Yeah.
I said, there's no way I can speed up this process. So you're telling me I need to pay for a lawyer to get this girl out?
Yeah, you have to evict her.
Baby mama, I said, come over here and act like you're dating me. Like we're gonna go back. Look, this is what the cop told me. He said, "Oh, the cop told me you can't kick her out, but you don't have to have her stay in your room."
Right.
So, which means she can stay in the living room. You can stay in the room. You can lock your door. She doesn't need to stay in your room.
Right.
You know? And I'm like, okay, bet. So I'm like, baby mama, come over here, act like you're dating me. And you know what happened when baby mama went there. So that happened. And then when that happened, she still wouldn't leave.
You called the pest control.
So I came up to her and I said, woman, you are stressing me out. I went live and I went on Instagram live and did a whole thing about it. It got a bunch of views on Instagram. I said, I finally came up with a proposition. I said, listen, I'm gonna give you $10,000 and I'll give you a $10,000 dog. Please go. And I'm gonna have you get a place to live at, which was iHeart Memphis Content House at the time, which was like $1,000 a month. So I paid the $1,000 for a room there and gave her $10,000 in cash. And then I gave her a dog where it was $8,000, something like that. And a $10,000 dog. So I gave her that and she left and that was that.
That was an expensive adventure.
Yeah, but my mom taught me something smart. Sometimes she says sometimes money, sometimes you gotta spend tons of money just to get that person out of your life. It doesn't matter, just do it.
This is true. This is
It's
true.
gonna be more expensive keeping them than staying with them. So
You got peace
that was
of mind.
nothing.
So you pushed her off on Memphis?
So yeah, I mean, there's been,
Memphis, here's your problem.
you said what?
I said you gave Memphis your problem. You're like, here, take care of this, Memphis.
Oh yeah, but his situation is different.